Hello and welcome again to Tales from the Collection. I'm Tim, and today we're going to be going over some of the recent through the mail autograph request successes that I've had. Basically, I send fan mail to celebrities, athletes, public figures, and request them to sign something for me. It can be anything from an index card to a photo, video games, trading cards, all kinds of cool stuff. Today we're going to get into some of that, see who's actually been responding over the last couple of months since my last video, and let's go ahead and get into it. All right, first up, we got a couple of cards from Brittney Zamora. She's a NASCAR racer. I sent her 4 different cards here, picked them up on eBay, and got a couple nice. These ones are the same. Actually, I think I'm going to be giving away one of these, the duplicate one, in a giveaway soon, so look out for that. Currently have a giveaway with another NASCAR driver, Tony Brettinger, giving away a signed card from her. So check out for that on the social media. You can find a link there for the Gleam.io giveaway. But thank you very much, Brittany. Really appreciate it. Very cool success. All right, continuing on with the sports theme, I got another one from Ivan Lendl. He's a tennis player, and what really intrigued me about him, and many of the sports players from the 80s and 90s a lot of them had retro video games made with their likeness on here. So this one is Chris Evert and Ivan Lendl in Top Player Tennis for the NES. So I sent him actually this game pack through the mail, and he was kind enough to sign it. But not only that, he included his own 5x7 photograph as well. So here it has like a facsimile signature on there, but then he signed in blue marker underneath. So very cool. Kind of got a bonus on this one, and the turnaround was quite quick, so I really appreciate that. I did look for Chris to see if she had any publicly available PO box or anything like that. I didn't find anything, so I don't think I'm going to risk sending out to an untested address for Chris after this has been signed already. But yeah, I think this piece is pretty cool on its own, and happy to add it to my signed video game collection. All right, so we've got a whole mess of cards here, all signed by artist Alex Hutt. So if you're a fan of Magic the Gathering, then you'll recognize some of these cards from the Final Fantasy set that came out this year. You can see we've got all kinds of different art here. I sent him, I think this is every card that he has in the set, but he was charging only like $2 per card. So I reached out to him via email initially, and the turnaround took a little bit long, and I sent him an index card as well, and because of that, he was gracious enough to include a sketch as well of a Black Mage here. So that was pretty cool. Left me a little note, and see on the back here, we got a business card here, and a sticker and another business card. So pretty cool. Very good success from him. I was happy to pay the minor fee, not a big deal. Definitely well worth the wait, and really appreciate him for the sketch in particular. I got a great sketch from a lot of Magic the Gathering artists. Great sketch collection, I should say. And it's going to look really great in the collection. So thank you very much, Alex. All right, next up, we have a really cool one from Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter. Of course, the incomparable Bill and Ted. They got back together on Broadway for Waiting for Godot. I actually went to New York to see them. The play, and I think it's a bit cerebral for my taste. And, acting wasn't like all the best, honestly. It was not like my favorite play that I saw during that week, but hey, that's okay. I did write to them before I went, and I wrote one to Alex and one to Keanu, and surprisingly got a response from both, and they were both signed by both. So that was like really cool. I think I've only really seen one other person get a reply. So there's not a whole lot of people getting responses, I don't think. So to get not one but 2 successes was really, really cool and unexpected. So super happy with that. Really happy to have this memento, especially since I went to see this play, which I don't get to see a lot of plays being in Texas. I don't go to New York a whole lot. In fact, that was only my second time there. So really cool and happy with the success. So thank you both, Alex and Keanu. All right, here we got one from Brianna Brown Keen. I wrote her a nice little letter. Sent her only a couple index cards, but she actually responded with her own 8x10 and this nice little oversized business card here. So she's a social media influencer, got her own website, and does really cool stuff online. So if you're interested in some kind of motivational people to follow, she's definitely one to get into for sure. All right, here we go with Melody Anderson. Of course, you know her from Flash Gordon. I sent her 2 photos. She signed both of them beautifully. This one was already signed by Sam J. Jones, who of course plays Flash. These are both shots from the movie. I was really happy to complete this one in particular. I got this one with just her on it, and these are going to look great in my collection, so thank you very much. And here we got Frankie Muniz. Of course, we all know him from Malcolm in the Middle. He is now becoming well known as a race car driver, but he's going to be returning to his Malcolm in the Middle roots with a reboot of the series. I don't know about a reboot, but at least a new season, a continuation of it anyway. Yeah, it's really cool to get a response from him. I know he's been making the rounds at conventions lately, but he's still taking the time to sign for free through the mail, which is always wonderful. So really appreciate that kind of thing from celebrities like him. So thank you, Frankie. All right, here's a cool one from Jerry Bruckheimer. He sent his own 8x10. I just sent him an index card, and he put his own postage on there, over $2 in postage, which was very kind of him. I got the cool Jerry Bruckheimer television kind of logo here, which we all know from his movies. So the envelope to me is almost as cool as the photo. But yeah, he signed Tim. Good luck, Jerry Bruckheimer. So very cool success. Very happy with this one. All right, here's a recent favorite of mine, Sarah Silverman. I think she's just a comedic genius. I love it when seeing her take on recent events, and I think I was a fan of her probably since her first appearance on one of her early appearances on Seinfeld. Absolutely love that show. So anyone who had anything to do with that series, I love. But then Wreck-It Ralph is a big one for her. I really enjoyed that one with my kids, and getting 2 shots from her signed is absolutely beautiful. So thank you very much, Sarah. I really enjoyed this one. All right, here we got one from Priscilla Montgomery Clark. She is one of the munchkins in this scene. Couldn't tell you exactly which one, but yeah, she was one of the munchkins. So one of the little kids playing the little people there. And as such, since she was a little kid during this very old film, she's actually one of the, if not the only last surviving actor from the film. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of them left, and she's getting up there in age herself, but it was really cool to get something from her. And she also did an interview with me. I posted that on talesmancollection.com/interviews. Asked her a little bit about the Las Vegas Sphere and the rendition of Wizard of Oz going on there. And yeah, she definitely had some things to say about that. So I would go and check it out, and check out to see what Priscilla Montgomery Clark had to say. Well, it's December now, time for Christmas, and one of my favorite movies, Christmas Vacation, of course starring Chevy Chase, so it was perfect timing to get this back from him. He signed one of these wallet-sized photos. You can see it's quite small. I don't think I've ever actually gotten a wallet-sized photo before. This might be my first one. But he was kind enough to send his own photo. I sent a couple index cards, but this is what he sent back. It was just in a small envelope like this. So, appropriately sized for that. So thank you very much. He's obviously a legend, and to get an autograph from him for free is incredible, no matter what the size. So this is awesome. I think it would probably be actually look really cool if we framed this size photo up in a mat, and then put it along maybe a Christmas vacation photo. That could be pretty cool for the holidays, so I might have to do that. He also sent me this sticker as well, so that's a cool little bonus. You don't get stickers too often, so thank you very much, Chevy. All right, if you follow me on social media, you may have seen this one already. This one came from Martin Kove. He was kind enough to sign 2 photos. Again, I just sent a couple index cards, and he sent his own photos here. He sent me one from Cobra Kai, and then one from the original Karate Kid movies. He's an awesome bad guy and someone you love to hate, so it's really cool to add him to my collection. I've seen him at a number of conventions. I actually saw him at Big Texas Comic Con not too long ago. But it's great to get something signed for him in the collection finally, so that was really cool. All right, and now here's one from Ian McKellen. Dude is an absolute legend, so it's really cool to get something back from him. He not only signed the trading card that I sent him, but he also signed this index card with, a nice little note. To me, Tim Santens, Ian McKellen, 2025. Dude's an absolute legend. So getting 2 of these is really cool. Got it in this protective sleeve. Didn't wind up, I sent it to him bare because I didn't want anything being signed on the sleeve, but I'm now putting it into this sleeve now after the fact. But hell yeah, Ian McKellen. What more do you need to say? All right, last but not least, I do have a stack of returns. They're all index cards. I don't want to take the time to do these really individually, but just so you know who's out there responding to fan mail, I'm going to go ahead and list these names as well. Richard O'Brien, James Caan, he's an author, did all the Star Wars books. Ralph Ineson, Twiggy Lawson, Susie Scott Carbacher, Erica Scheimer, James Newton Howard. This one is from the Princess of Monaco. Jerry Bruckheimer as well. Got him on a index card. Jane Wald and Leanne Previs. Lee Ulrich. Bill Burr. Christopher Yerk. Rachel Ziegler. Nina Yendis. Brooke Adams and Lana Wood. If y'all want to see some of these in particular, let me know. I can post them on Instagram or whatever. But yeah, that's what I've gotten over the last couple of months of through the mail autograph collecting. If you want to learn more about it, you can head over to talesfromthecollection.com/FAQ. Cover all the basics, how to find addresses, how to write the stuff, how to do a return envelope, what the best tips for success are, all that. You can join me on Instagram at Tales from the Collection. You can join us on the Facebook group, Tales from the Collection, through the mail autographs. We've got a lot of really good community there, a lot of members who are constantly posting their successes. So come and join us on social media and, let me know what you've been collecting lately. Take it easy, guys.